boatloans.com for all your new and refinancing needs for your boats. Go to boatloans.com. All right, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna learn a very simple knot. It's a dropper loop, and off of the dropper loop you can do so much things. It's a very important knot to know. It's an easy knot. It's pretty simple. What we're going to do today for this one, we're going to just show you how to do a dropper loop with and without a swivel. So right now we're going to do the without the swivel. So we're going to take, I got about almost a 4-foot section of leader here. So what we're going to do, this is 40-pound test fluorocarbon, Seagar fluorocarbon. We're going to make you make a loop. Now for this one, we're going to be making a rig out of it. A double hook rig. So what we're going to do is you take your swivel, put your swivel down through one end, get your swivel in the middle. If I can keep my swivel on the hook. Sorry for the close-ups, but I think it's the best way to be able to so you guys can see what's going on. So we're going to do with this rigs, and a lot of these rigs on double hook rigs with a swivel, I try not to make them even. I want one shorter and longer so they don't tangle up so much. So here you're going to take it and you're going to twist and turn a loop, and you're going to have your swivel dangling from the bottom. Alright, so you want your swivel to dangle down on the bottom in your loop. Now you're going to take one or the other ends, and we're going to come through 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more 6. Alright, so now you can see our swivel's still down there in the middle. We've got 6 loops, 2 tag ends. Now, you want your swivel to go kind of in the middle of this loop, and you're going to bring it up, and you're going to open it down the middle with one of these twists. You're going to pinch it up. Can't see it real well. Then we're going to open up a loop. You got twists on each side. You're going to come down approximately down the middle. You're going to push the swivel up through. And this is where, I know we always use our mouths. Our dentists love us. So push it up through. Moist everything down. Push it down through. And I'm going to grab the loop that the swivel's on. And I'm going to bring it like that. See where the twists? You got all the twists and the loop coming through. You're going to pull, hold your loop tight because you don't want it to you don't want to get any kind of slack in there. So you got your loops coming down, your dropper loops coming down. Your knots are tightening on both ends. And then you squeeze it down, and there's your dropper loop with a swivel. So you got your attachment right there is already on it. I don't like clipping snap swivels or anything here. I like to add this swivel right into the loop, especially for this. This is going to be for a double hook clam rig for striped bass. You can use them for red drum, and this end will tie to your your main line to your rod. We'll go here. A lot of guys will put a sinker slide, and it'll butt up to this and run free. So when this is sitting on the bottom, it's just kind of floating there with two, with your 2 hooks, leaders for 2 hooks. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, we got the dropper loop with the swivel. This is a dropper loop rig with the swivel attached. Alright guys, now here we go. We're back with our dropper loop with the swivel attached. What we're going to do is we're going to make this a double clam rig. Like I said, you can use it for clamming in the back for stripers. Guys down south can use it if they're using clams for drum, for smaller drum. I'm putting a 2 6.0 mustads. One gets snelled on each end. Now with this rig here, The snelling's a little bit different than we've done in the past, but we're going to come through. We're going to bring our one tag line. We're going to come through, and we're coming through the eye of the hook, the bent up eye. We're going to make ourselves we're going to have a pretty big tag end on here, because what you want to do now is you make a loop on the hook. See it right there? You look at it that way, you're looking down from the point back. And then we take this tag end and we spin it around and we start working towards the bend of the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got to hold on to it pretty tight. And then you come back through the loop. Here's the loop here. Bring it through the loop, and you start to, you don't want it to get too close to the eye because you don't want it to flip over the eye. So you slowly start to push it towards the eye, tightening down, using our teeth again. And then they start to bunch up. You want them bunched up before you get to here, because if there's a loop, it'll flop over top, and that's no good. So you bring it down to the eye, cinch it down tight. You don't want to tighten it down here, because then you don't want to create any slack, but then you tighten it, see it locked in. You can see it lock in. So now you got one end snelled on your hook, swivel. One side's got a leader on it. That way, you put a clam on this one, and you can put a clam on the other one. Trim your tag ends pretty tight. Come down towards the knot. Trim it up. Now we're going to go on the other side. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to put a snell hook on this one. Again, coming through the eye of the hook, through the eye. All right. Now you can. I'm going to do the loop on the back side this time instead of trying to work around the tip. So you come in. Make your loop, tighten it down a little bit, start working towards the bend of the hook around it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gets a little tight. You got to get through that loop, and then slowly, careful with your above your bend, you work down a little bit. Pull it down towards the bend a little bit so it's not up, doesn't flip over your eye. Again. Tighten it up. See how it is on, they're all kind of spread out. You want to take up that slack with this back line. And then slowly push it towards the eye of the hook. They're all kind of in a row. Lock it in. Lock that in. That'll pull that loop pulls this line up in there, and it gives you a tight connection. So, there you go. Pull them down tight. Pull them down tight. Pulls it in. And then you got one hook longer than the other. It'll lay on the bottom. It'll spread out a little bit. So you got your swivel here. And you got 2 hooks. You could have made them I could have made them a little bit further apart because you really don't want them to tangle up at all. So that's your double clam rig. Double hook there with a dropper loop in the middle, and then you have you put 2 hunks of clam, chunks of bunker. These are usually used for, smaller school-sized fish or smaller fish. If you're going for anything bigger, you want to use some heavier line. It's a 40-pound test. And in the springtime, we're also going to show you, I'm going to show you one for big stripers and also for clamming for big drumfish in Delaware Bay. But you can use this anywhere you chunk, anywhere you do any kind of, chunk bait fishing. And then, like I said, this will go on with a sinker slide. I know I have a sinker slide around here somewhere, but the sinker slide goes on your main line and it comes into here tied to your swivel. So that's hanging with heavy. We're doing tips and tricks hanging with heavy, brought to you by boatloans.com. Please check out boatloans.com for all your refinancing or new boat financing needs. Go to boatloans.com. They're a great supporter of me and this program. And go on to boatloans.com and check out their rates. They're going to be hard to beat by anybody. Thank you and have a great day.